What's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel once again. It's Real Svan. Today I'll be discussing my 5 reasons why I do believe there'll be a market correction in the near future. And what I mean in the near future is between the next 2 to 3 months. Let's get right into it. My first reason why I do believe that there'll be a market correction in the near future is just because there's a lot of tech stocks that are overvalued right now. And I do know that if you base these stocks on the next 3 to 5 years, they are undervalued currently. But in 2020, they basically priced in a perfect 2021. So going into 2021, there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. So they already priced in a perfect 2021. So let's just say that they missed earnings by a little bit. The whole stock market would drop just because these tech stocks contribute to the vast majority of the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, and all that good stuff. So if Amazon does bad and Apple does bad, the market will just go down a little bit. So, and I do believe that these Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, all these FANG stocks will report bad earnings in a way. They won't be as perfect as expected, so that will cause the stock market to go down a little bit. And after the stock market goes down, it leads me to my second point, where I do believe there'll be a market correction in the near future. My second point is basically, if the market goes down a little bit, retail investors will go on so fast to sell and take profits. So these retail investors, there's a lot of newbies in the market right now, and they do believe that the market is so easy to make money off. So once they see a small dip, they won't know what to do just because they just been on the bull market all this time. So they'll get nervous. They wouldn't know what to do. So they're going to just go out and sell their stocks. Even if their stocks are perfect stocks to hold for the next 2 to 5 years. Once the retail investors start selling, it will cause like a panic. You know, it's just be like retail investors are selling. So then that will convince more people to sell. So, you know, that will basically cause the market to just correct itself and come back to real life valuations. And after these retail investors sell off their stocks, you know, this will be the perfect opportunity for long-term investors to take advantage of this. Why? Just because long-term investors know that the market will recover from this correction, and corrections are normal to have in the market, and corrections are actually pretty good to have in the market. You do not want to have a stock bubble again, like in the early 2000s. So my second reason why I do believe there'll be a market correction is just because retail investors will panic, sell, and after these people sell, it'll just be like a trickle-down effect. More and more people will start selling, and then long-term investors will probably think about selling too as well. So these are my top 2 reasons why I do believe there'll be a market correction in the near future. Let's go on to my third reason why I do believe there'll be a market correction. The reason why I do believe there'll be a market correction in the near future is just because we have an incoming president coming into office within the next few weeks. And this brings a lot of uncertainty into the market, and the market hates uncertainty. That's one thing we do know about the market, that it hates uncertainty. Let's just say, for example, in the March when the pandemic started, no one knew what was the next 3 to 6 months earnings was going to be. So the market just sold off. It was the fastest drop in history. And then after a couple months, after the market started seeing that, you know what, there is a reason why to be optimistic for the next couple of years, then the market went on the fastest bull run in history. So having a market that has a lot of uncertainty, bringing a new president to office that might tax corporates in a higher tax rate that will affect shareholders, you know, that's kind of bringing a bad thing into the market. But in the long run, the market will recover from the correction, and then it will go back to the bull run, in my personal opinion. Also, if we have a new president coming into office with this economic mess that we have right now, we have unemployment is probably higher than what they say it is. And a lot of people need help right now, and we do not know what this new president wants to do to help these people. So it is bringing a lot of uncertainty, like how I mentioned. So that's my third reason. Let's go on to my fourth reason why I do believe that the market will dip in the near future. It's just because we have a lot of hype in this stock market right now, you know, and it is in the fastest bull run in history. And I do believe that it needs to relax for a bit, just because valuations have gone up so much, and some companies don't even make sense with these valuations, you know. Like we have just an EV company just talks about what's their future plans, and the EV company goes up 300%, which makes no sense because they probably don't even have a product in the market. People don't even know how this product is going to work. So the market's just going based on hype right now, and I do believe that, you know, it'll come back to reality in the short term. So these are my top 4 reasons. Let's go on to my fifth and final reason why I do believe the market will correct in the near future. The final reason why I do believe there'll be a market correction in the near future is just because corporate might get taxed at a higher rate. Our new president that's coming into office in the next few weeks have stated before that he wants to tax corporates at a higher rate. So if they tax corporations at a higher rate, that means that earnings will probably get hit a little bit in the short term. So just for example, if corporate get taxed at a lower rate, most likely they'll report better earnings just because they have to pay less in taxes, and that helps shareholders. If they get taxed at a higher rate, shareholders get hurt in the short term. But this is my personal opinion. This is one of my top 5 reasons why I do believe there'll be a market correction in the near future. And I do think this will happen sooner rather than later. But if you guys like the video, please hit the like, subscribe button. Please leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. You guys have a wonderful week.